Summer racing continues at the spa, and it's the Grade 1 test stakes. 7 furlongs, 3-year-old fillies, and $500,000 is the purse. Should be a great betting race, and I'm really looking forward to the test stakes. This is one of the highlights of the Saratoga meet. Usually matches up some speedy fillies. You get a couple of cutbackers, and you get a couple of horses that have recently out of the maiden ranks or moving up in class. And it kind of really separates the men from the boys here, even though it's fillies. Let's take a look at the rail, the favorite, Serengeti Empress. And she's done nothing wrong. You throw out the Fairgrounds Oaks when she bled that day and lost by 50 lengths. Otherwise, she's as consistent as she comes. She likes to motor on the front end, and she's 5 for 9 lifetime. Her last 2 races have been her best 2 lifetime efforts. She was the speed of the speed in the Kentucky Oaks, wired the field, held on late, and pulled off the 13-1 upset from the outside post. But she did set fast fractions that day, and she looked impressive on the front end, put away the other speed, and then just was able to sneak away, especially at that mile mark. In the last race, she met up with the monster Guarana. But boy, the fractions that day, 21-4, 43-4. Yes, the track was surface was a little fast that day, but Serengeti Empress dominated the third place finishers and the rest of the field and just could not match strides with Guarana down the lane at a mile. 7 furlongs may be the best distance for Serengeti Empress. Been working forwardly. I expect her to get a good trip from the inside. There's always a concern that when you're the inside speed, you do have to get out, and you don't want to duel on the inside of horses. So somehow she doesn't want to be on the inside of a speed duel, but if she can either sit back a little bit or just take command, Serengeti Empress is going to be tough to beat in the test stakes. Bellafina, this is a horse who's going to take a lot of money, and I'm just not sold on her. I'm a fade on Bellafina. Her best races were all 5-horse fields. She faced nothing at Santa Anita over the winter to get her prepared for a test like this. And in the Kentucky Oaks, she felt the aftermath of that. She just wasn't prepared to go 1 1/8 and face really good horses. Nothing's changed since then. She hasn't run since May. She's coming off a layoff. Yeah, she's been working fast, but I don't know. I didn't like her stride that day, and I think she's a horse that's probably ran her best races. You know, ultimately, I do think she can get a mile and a 16th, but that's when she's facing no competition. Facing good horses, I'm just not sure she can put out a 100 speed figure. And really, that's the problem with her speed figure. She was never that fast. She was 94, 95, 96 on the Brisnet scale back in April and May, and just never really improved from her monster Sorrento stakes last year. And she had a strong Del Mar Futurity, but even in that race, she regressed speed figure wise. And I'm just not sold on Bellafina. Coffee, another fast horse, lost the last time to the older Mia Mischief. That's a key factor. It was that 6 furlongs. That was after dominating in a 110 Brisnet speed figure, winning by 8 lengths on May 17th at Pimlico. Coffee will be motoring on the front end. She's the one that's going to try to battle Serengeti Empress, and she may have more speed with Joel Rosario in the saddle if he chooses to use it. Trenchtown Cat, this one moves up in class, been running at Gulfstream Park. Problem is during the summer, Gulfstream gets a little bit lighter in their quality, and you're just not sure who she's been facing. She is in good form. I do like her at this distance. I just don't think she's got the speed of a Coffee or a Serengeti Empress. I do like Trenchtown Cat over Bellafina. Royal Charlotte, 4 for 4 wins, moves up in class. Can she take on Grade 1 horses? Her last race was a Grade 3. She won easily. And the one thing about Royal Charlotte is she has proven that she can come off the pace a little bit. If they get a little bit salty on the front end, Royal Charlotte can run them down late. Javier Castellano rides, and Royal Charlotte, the daughter of Cairo Prince, has a shot, especially with her running style and the way the pace profile may shake out in this race. Please flatter me. Another one moves up in class from running from Laurel and Pimlico. Nice horse, 4 for 6 lifetime wins. She seems to fit with speed figure wise, although she hasn't had to run this fast. She's another one who does her best running on the front end. Can Please Flatter Me come from off the pace and kind of stay back from those hot fractions? We'll find out in Saturday in the test stakes. Jeltrin rounds out the field from the outside. She's a cutbacker horse from a mile and 1/8, 1 1/16. She fits, and she's got the class. She ran in the Kentucky Oaks. She ran in the Devona Dale, picked up the win there at 50-1. But her races in the Forward Gale and earlier this year at the Gulfstream Park meet were strong. I think Jeltrin fits from a pace standpoint, and she seems to be in form. Louis Saya is riding well at Saratoga. That's a look at the test stakes. Don't forget, we've got handicapping for the Whitney Stakes, the Alydar Stakes, and the Hall of Fame Stakes. But this is a great test stakes. 7 furlongs. Serengeti Empress may be best at 7 furlongs. Coffee is fast, and Jeltrin on the cutback. We'll find out who the best 3-year-old filly sprinters are. Hopefully it doesn't rain. And remember, subscribe to get more race videos. Ring the bell to get notified. Who do you like in the test stakes? Who do you think is the speed of the speed? Is Serengeti Empress ready to stretch out after this race? We'll find out as we have more great racing coming up at the Spa and Del Mar throughout the summer.